Good morning and welcome to Mornings on Main Street for this Tuesday, the 11th of July. I'm your host, Stefanie Miller. Have you ever thought about how stunts are choreographed in the movies or in TV shows? Or maybe who does their own stunts, which actors and actresses? Well, you can get a little insider information by attending Stunt Stories Live at the Roxy Theatre later on this month. We'll hear from Jeff Bornstein on what else will be a part of this show and the special guests coming in from LA just for this event. Also, we're talking about the Murfreesboro Hot Chicken Festival coming up this weekend. Last year, thousands of people attended. They're planning on having a big attendance again this year. You'll get to hear about the vendors on hand and why this Hot Chicken Festival is becoming a fan favorite. And then our Tennessee traveler, Tom Adkinson, takes us to another phenomenal Tennessee location that we will want to visit in the coming weeks. But first, let's get a check of our headlines. A passenger rail line from Nashville to Chattanooga to Atlanta should be moving forward. This is according to the report from the Tennessee Advisory Commission on Intergovernmental Relations. In fact, the Tennessee Department of Transportation has been asked to move forward to determine the cost and the engineering of the rail service. You can read so much more about this development by going to mainstreetmediatn.com. Congratulations to the Clarksville Police Department. CPD's efforts through new programs for Clarksville's youth, mental health services, and in-house health and wellness to better help officers serve the public has the department receiving some big recognition. The Tennessee Municipal League recently announced that it is pleased to present Clarksville with an award for excellence in police services. Now, the award will be presented Tuesday, July 25th at the TML 83rd Annual Conference. You can read more about this recognition and what the Clarksville Police Department Chief David Cockrell has to say by going to mainstreetclarksville.com. Again, congratulations. Well, Mount Juliet Day is right around the corner, and we want to make sure that you have this on your calendar so you can attend this event. The day will include entertainment, classic cars, 2 carnival rides, and so much more. The event is free. It's scheduled for this Saturday from 4 to 9 p.m. at the Charlie Daniels Park. You can visit mainstreetmediatn.com for more parking information and other tidbits about the festival. It's going to be a great celebration out in Mount Juliet. Well, now we're going to check in with our friends over at Tennessee Valley Weather to see, rain or shine, what it's going to be like the rest of the work week. Take a listen.
Good Tuesday morning. I'm Kelly Rawson here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with a check at your forecast for the rest of today. And just like yesterday, today will be a nice dry day with plenty of sunshine. So not too much to show you on Futurecast. So let's go ahead and play through a few clouds lingering for this morning. And we may see a partly cloudy sky heading into this afternoon around lunchtime and beyond. But otherwise, again, we will see plenty of sunshine. Going to be a fantastic day and a touch warmer than we were yesterday. We're looking at high temperatures in the upper 80s for southern middle Tennessee. And then heading into the evening, those clouds will go away and we will make way for a clear sky overnight, and we will stay dry overnight as well. Here's your 7-day forecast from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. Again, today going to be a fantastic day, especially for the middle of July here in the Tennessee Valley. However, we are going to crank up the heat, humidity, and the rain chances as we head into tomorrow. For Wednesday, a 40% chance of showers and storms, high temperature 90 degrees. We will stay into the lower 90s for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, but we will steadily increase the rain chances as we head into the weekend.
Oh, what are you doing, girl? Come on.
I would never. I hope all you guys know that. But, Stunt Stories Live, you get the chance to hear from 2 incredible individuals who have worked with some of the biggest names in Hollywood, both directors and actors. Jeff Bornstein is one of those. He is retired from the U.S. Army.
Yes, ma'am.
And we are so happy to have you. But you also have spent a big career being a stunt double. Another man coming to town to help him tell these stories live, Corey Eubanks, another gentleman who has been in the business for many, many years. First off, thank you for giving us a highlight of what we can expect July 29th at the Roxy in Clarksville.
Well, the highlight is it's not just 2 stunt guys sitting on stage swapping war stories. Basically, I'm going to be doing a little monologue about what my stunt career was like. I'm semi-retired now. One never retires from stunts retires you.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what happened to me, which I'll go into on that evening. But the long and short of it is basically, I'm talking about my career up front, show a little clip of how Stallone took my head off pretty much, and a little scar right here still, I can, to prove it. I have another fun story on top of that fun story. But, and then about 5-7 minutes in, I bring Corey out and basically calling out actors who say that they do all their own stunts and they don't. And Corey's talking about some fun stories about Tom Cruise and like that. And we show clips and then what goes on behind the scenes. And but I'm just hosting it, and we're really spotlighting Corey is what we're doing. And his amazing career, 35 plus years.
Well, before we get to kind of more highlights on Corey, Jeff, share with us your background with the stunts and some of the movies or shows that you've been a part of.
Well, I got into stunts, pretty much probably like any kid. My dad, who was not a stunt man, so there was no nepotism. I didn't have that luxury. But my dad, who used to race motorcycles, taught me how to ride motorcycles and then race motorcycles. Every Friday night, he would take me to a motorcycle park called Indian Dunes in Southern California. And there is where I met the sons of stuntmen. I thought that was Corey calling. The sons of stunt. We're going to try and get Corey Eubanks on here while we're interviewing. This would be fun if you can. But I'd meet the sons of stuntmen, and we became friends and family. And soon at 12, 13, we put together these little stunt shows, jumping off rooftops and like that. And then fast forward, I went in the Army, came out of the Army, had no plan. I thought, okay. And I saw an ad in the paper for Rocky 3. And I went and I was on Rocky 3 as a background actor, which means no speaking parts. But then I kept hustling the sets, walking on set, introducing myself to different stunt coordinators, picture and resume, yada, yada. And finally, I landed my very first job in internal affairs with Richard Gere. It's a small stunt, just got shoved to the ground. It was pretty cool, though. And actually, Michael Figgis, who's the director, he's the one who shoved me to the ground. The director of that actually is the one who knocked me to the ground. Take that. And then from there I did Lethal Weapon 3, the movie, and then Tango and Cash, and then The Specialist, where I got my first injury, and I'll be sharing that story. I shared a little bit about it here. Actually, I'll keep that story. Come to Stunt Stories Live, and I'll share that story. But Stallone knocked me out, and it hoiked right there.
And you have a scar from that.
All right, there's this scar.
Okay, so I can definitely visibly see the scar there. And we were going to share this, but once again, we would love to have you go out to Stunt Stories Live on July 29th at the Roxy Theatre in Clarksville. So continue on. Yeah.
So from there, I worked on Hook, and I mean, I can go long laundry list down, but Mobsters was fun. And I just continued to work until one day I had got up from a seated position and my back went out, and the chiropractor said, "Did you ever break your back?" And I'd done a 60-foot high fall and I broke my back. Didn't know my back was broken at all for 20 plus years. And 20 years later, chiropractor says, "You ever break your back?" I said, "No, not that." Oh, wait a minute. There was this one time, because I'd never gone to the hospital.
Right.
And then I said, I've got other skills. What can I do? At this point, I'm a professional magician. I'm a producer. What else can I do? I can take a hit, but that's not working for me. What else can I do? So I started doing magic, and my lovely wife and I, Kimberly, who you met.
We've shared their magic with you before.
Right. We produced a show called Operation Bravo, where we entertain the U.S. military, both local and abroad.
Nice.
We bring in different acts as well as stuntmen. We do live stunt shows and that kind of a thing, and I host it. And doing magic, and now been producing Stunt Stories Live. We did that back in California, and now we're doing it here, and here I am.
Well, let's share a little bit then about Corey Eubanks, who will be the guest there for Stunt Stories Live on the 29th.
So Corey and I, we go back, almost 50 years. I had to put the math, when I did the math, I'm like, 50 years? Dang. But Corey's an amazing human being. The man has never been afraid of anything that I've ever known. And he's always been one of my heroes, and just a huge inspiration. And I don't want to tip too much of his stories, but the gist of it is, he got to start on Dukes of Hazzard. And his dad, Bob Eubanks from the Newlywed Game, helped him get into the business. and he's got some cool stories how he got into the business. I won't tip that too much, but from there, you worked on that 87 episodes, I think it was.
Mhm.
That's a lot, long time, right? And you jumped to General Lee more times than any other professional stuntman.
Who out there is familiar with the General Lee? Again, the stuntman driving that one and jumping that vehicle. Oh my
Right.
heavens.
And dig this, when we do Stunt Stories, we're gonna have the General Lee. The General Lee will be at Domino's Pizza, all right, on Fire Station Road.
In Clarksville.
In Clarksville on January. Don't wait that long.
July 29th.
July 29th from 2 to 5. And they'll be giving rides in the General Lee. And 2 lucky people will have an opportunity to have their pizzas delivered by the General Lee.
How do they become one of those lucky individuals?
Probably call Domino's and ask them, because we've partnered with them.
Okay.
So they would probably call and ask them how that works. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Well, I do have a couple questions as far as being a stunt man or stunt woman. What is the most challenging part of that role?
Well, I can't speak on behalf of anybody except for myself, but safety is always key.
Okay.
Number one. I don't care how many times, we all, no matter what stunts we do, we always have someone, you're always going to get hurt.
Mhm.
Not always. But when you get hurt, it's typically not the other person's fault. It's because of something else that either went awry, or I didn't check my gear, I didn't check the rigging, whatever it was. And you always have to be aware of the most challenging thing for me is safety.
Okay.
You know?
And as Jeff's been saying this, you have a lot of people out there that love to do fun things at home. But again, for what you see on TV or in any movie, precautions are taken.
Mhm.
You have medical staff, I'm sure, that's right there ready to go if they're needed. How do you break into that? Like if someone out there would love to get into the business, how does that work?
I think right now it is so hard to break into it. I mean, everyone wants to be a stuntman or stunt woman.
Times have changed.
Big time.
Mhm.
Yeah. And it was such a small, back then it was so small of a thing. And the stuntman never really got the recognition. Even to this day, we still don't even get recognized in the Academy Awards. We've been fighting so long.
That surprises me because these films would not be done without doubles and or just men and women out there doing stunts and being a part of the film.
Hear that, Academy?
You heard it here.
Okay. Hello.
We could talk for so much longer, but we unfortunately do not have all the time. People have a chance to talk to you guys once
Most
the show's
certainly.
over.
So the quick format is they get there, they generally be parked out in front of the Roxy Theatre. If you can't make it over to Domino's, and it'll be sitting there. Once you flow in, we'll have some fun stuff going on before, and we have some surprises in store for you. I'm not going to tip that, but Corey and I are going to be putting on a little stunt demonstration.
Okay.
Yeah. We have that, and then when we're done, we're going to open up the floor for participation, Q&A.
Oh, fun.
So everyone gets to ask Corey these questions. Again, we're not spotlighting; we're spotlighting Corey, and I'll be in the audience handing microphones out and like that. And then when we're done with the Q&A, red carpet, autographs, pictures with Corey by the General Lee. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Once again, tickets on sale. We can get the tickets now for July 29th. The show will start at 7 o'clock. Once again, that's the Roxy Theatre in Clarksville, Tennessee. It's on Franklin Street. But be there because it's going to be a great conversation. Can't wait to see it. Jeff, thank you so much for your time as always.
Thank you.
I appreciate
Please
it.
don't hit me again at the top of the show.
I wouldn't. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
There's a lot to consider when it comes to choosing a Medicare plan. That's where Health Markets Insurance Agency can help. Independent licensed insurance agents who work with Health Markets can answer your questions about the different parts of Medicare, when you can enroll, benefits, costs, and more. Speak to a local licensed insurance agent today to get started on your Medicare journey.
Welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. If you're in Murfreesboro this weekend, there is one spot that you must go to. It is the Hot Chicken Festival happening this Saturday. To tell us all about it, we have what you would say the brain people behind this festival. We have Jamel and Malika Franklin. Thank you guys so much for telling me all about it.
Yes.
So what can we expect on Saturday?
Oh, amazing time. A hot, good time. We have the Murfreesboro Hot Chicken Festival this Saturday, July 15th, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. There's going to be hot chicken, of course. There's going to be live music. There's going to be vendors. There's going to be a play area for the kids with game truck, bounce houses, you name it. So plenty to eat, plenty of fun time. So bring lawn chairs, bring leash pets, come out and expect a great time.
So you're seeing some video from last year's festival, the first year, your kind of inauguration year.
Yes.
Let me share with you the number of people that turned out last year. 11,000 people. How did you get that count? Where'd that number, or how did you get that number?
You could look at the thickness of the attendees and see the lines for the hot chicken trucks. They were very long, and the amount of traction we got online, you could clearly just see there were at least 11,000 people there.
That is huge. And this was kind of like, I don't know, your idea. It started with a Facebook post, Facebook conversation. How did it go from Facebook to what the turnout last year, and I'm sure bigger this year?
I mean, like I said, it was somebody wanted to do a little not even competition. They was bragging who had the best hot chicken in Murfreesboro. And me and him started talking, and like, since we already put on events like the Friday Night Market in Borough, so we might well said, hey, might well throw a hot chicken festival. So I mean, and then I told her, and then her wheels started going.
Were you surprised of the turnout? Were you surprised the amount of people? And I'm sure people came in from out of town.
They did. I know for a fact from Kentucky to Alabama, so our neighboring states, they came to join us, and we were blown away. Actually,
Georgia too.
Georgia, yes.
Wow.
It was. We did not expect it to be such a big turnout, but you know, if there's one food that people in Middle Tennessee love, it's hot chicken. It will bring us together in a heartbeat.
Well, talk to us about the vendors and who you'll have on hand this year.
Oh, you're going to see a lot of the same people that you saw last year, but also some new vendors. And I'm trying to go back because there are over, I think we're at about 75 vendors. So as I recall, yes, it's kind of hard for me to think about the vendors, but I can definitely go over the hot chicken.
Please do, yes.
We'll have Chicken Shack Express, which was the winner of Best in the Borough for 2022. We'll have back Nashville Chicken and Waffles. We'll have Bill Hot's Fish and Chicken. We'll have Hertz Hot Chicken, which was the winner of the People's Choice for hot chicken. We'll have Creative Culinary Creation, who is the winner for Hottest of the Hot. Ooh. Yes. We'll also have I Take It, who will be bringing like their version of their hot chicken. I hope I'm not missing anybody. Grandma's Hand Sweetery was the most creative, which was the competition to take hot chicken and use it in an untraditional way. And they won with their sweet heat cinnamon roll with hot chicken on it. It was amazing.
That is something I want to try.
Yes.
That sounds so good to me. And where will this be happening? Where do we need to be?
This will be at McKnight Park. And it is right behind Sportscom, behind the Walmart on Memorial Boulevard, right next to the Murfreesboro Airport.
Okay.
You'll see the crowds going there for the hot chicken.
I love it. You know, what is that saying? If you build it, they will come. You've built this. They're coming out for this. By some chance, is there a, hot chicken eating contest?
Not yet. We've been talking about that.
So let me know next year.
Yeah, if people let us know, please comment or let us know.
Let's do this.
Yes. But in addition to the official judges, we have People's Choice judges.
Okay.
And you can go on Eventbrite and purchase a People's Choice ticket. It's just $25.
Okay.
And that literally gets you a sample of like a whole wing from each truck.
Nice.
You'll get milk so you can cool the bun, and you'll get a ballot so you can cast your vote for who the people love the most for hot chicken.
I love that. And then for the rest of us who may not want to participate in that per se, it's free?
It's free admission.
Free admission.
You can come, you can buy your lunch.
Okay.
So you can still get chicken.
Gotcha.
Buy your lunch from whatever chicken truck, or a few of them if you like. You can shop the vendors. You can enjoy the live music because there will be 2 band performances. We have some children's acts that will be coming up. So it'll be a lot to see.
Oh, we cannot wait. I know they can't wait. So again, the Hot Chicken Festival in Murfreesboro this Saturday, kicking off at what time?
10 a.m.
10 a.m. Be there. Don't be anywhere else on Saturday.
Nowhere
Go
else.
straight there for that hot chicken. And also can't wait to catch up with the two of you to talk about your tea, because these
Yes.
are the lovely individuals behind Franklin's Tea.
We are the event coordinators, Franklin's Fruit Tea, and sponsor. We also have Middle Tennessee Electric as a sponsor. We have Pinnacle Bank, Redstone Federal Credit Union, and Rutherford County Chamber of Commerce as our sponsors.
Too cool. I can't wait for this. Thank you both again so much for your time. That Hot Chicken Festival this Saturday. Stick with us here on Mornings on Main Street. We have so much more coming up.
Tired of hanging lights every year? We get it. That's why Southern Nights is here to help. We install programmable lighting on your home or business so you can enjoy beautiful, customizable lighting all year round. No more ladders, tangled lights, or cold nights outside. We do the work, you do the celebrating. Call Southern Nights today and take the hassle out of holiday lighting forever. For a free quote, give us a call at 931-241-3074 or visit our Facebook page at Southern Nights.
Did you know that up to 80% of us will experience back or neck pain during our lifetime? Many of you are offered surgery or addictive pain pills to relieve your chronic pain. At the Dr. Gill's Center for Back, Neck, Chronic Pain Relief, we have been leading the way to better health, naturally, and have helped tens of thousands of people right here in Middle Tennessee for the past 30 years.
I came to Dr. Gill about 10 years ago after my local doctors recommended surgery. I knew about Dr. Gill and wanted to see if he could help me. 10 years later, I am pain-free, no surgery, and no pain pills.
Surgery is scary, and over 40% of all back surgeries fail, creating a cycle of surgery and pills. There is a safer solution to your chronic pain. Make the call to the Dr. Gill Center for Back, Neck, Chronic Pain Relief today and get your life back. This office visit is normally $299, but call today and receive your initial consultation, report of finding for just $49. But hurry, this offer won't last long. Call 615-768-8743. That's 615-768-8743.
Welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. Isn't it so fun to discover new places? Well, we have a spot for you to visit in Dickson County, Tennessee, and to tell us all about it and what you can learn there, we have our Tennessee traveler, Tom Adkinson, with us. First off, Tom, thank you. Always a treat.
Good morning again.
Good morning. So in Dickson, Tennessee, there's a location, a hotel that you can go to learn about, is it railroads?
It is a relic from another era of travel. It is the Clement Railroad Hotel Museum.
Okay.
And Clement refers to Frank Clement, who became governor. And Railroad Hotel, because it is right beside, and Clement was there as a child. Mm-hmm. Railroad Hotel, because think about it, before there were highways and motels and motor courts and Holiday Inns and everything else, mm-hmm. railroads were the way people travel. You get mm-hmm. off the railroad, you need a place to stay. This was a small town, 2-story, 10-room hotel, built in 1914, and it's intact. It's been preserved and restored, and it's now a history museum and a model railroad location and a tribute to Frank Clement. It's a lot in a small package, and a great look at how things used to be.
I am still just blown away. Tom, I grew up in Dickson County. I was on Main Street so often, and I go back, now because I get from White Bluff in Dickson, yeah. And I'm just blown away that I haven't been to this spot. How did you stumble across it?
I got curious after a zillion times of driving up and down I-40 and seeing the sign that says Clement Railroad Hotel Museum. And I finally said, I'm going. And it turns out to be a very, very good local history museum. Stories of the region, personalities involved, Civil War history. There was a significant iron ore industry there in the 1800s. One thing that absolutely intrigued me, right now, right through Dickson, there's one railroad line. Mm-hmm. In the early 1900s, there were 6. Meaning that many railroads had lines through Dickson County and through Dickson. And we just can't imagine that much rail traffic. And it's really very eye-opening in that regard, because that one rail line right now, it's noticeable when a train comes rolling through.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that 6 times over, and the number of trains every day. Whoa.
I cannot, and I can see all of Dickson right now, from the high school down to the Walmart, and then the theater that they have to, down to the interstate. That blows my mind. In this hotel, you note in your article that there is a special spot upstairs, a particular part of the exhibit.
Oh, there's a very substantial model railroad layout. If that's if that's what you're curious about.
I think so.
There's a local railroad, model railroad club, and they have a beautiful layout. And when it's running, it gets your attention no matter how old you are.
So this isn't exactly a hotel that you can stay in now, but just one to walk and meander through.
Correct. It is certainly not an operating hotel. It was fancy for its time to a certain extent. They had 10 rooms, electricity, steam heat, but 1 bathroom.
Just you need more than that these days.
Yes.
Is there anything else about the hotel that we need to know before we go?
It's there. It's available. I'm pretty sure it's 7 days a week. Easy to find the particular operating details. It's a good piece of Tennessee history to go check out.
Absolutely love it. Thank you for sharing that. And I can say, there are so many places on the Main Street area there in Dickson for you to eat, for you to dine. There's a brewery, there's antique shops. So there's a number of other spots to, visit as well while you're there.
Oh, the little downtown retail area is just totally nice. And a couple of blocks away.
I have to ask, have you been to the Grand Ole Hatchery?
Pardon?
Have you been to the Grand Ole Hatchery?
That's on my list.
Oh, you have to go. I have danced there a few times when I was a kid, and then recently last year as an adult. But you need to check that out and get the history on the Grand Ole Hatchery as well.
Very well, ma'am.
Awesome, Tom. Always a pleasure.
Keep traveling.
We will do it. All right, stick right here on Mornings on Main Street. We have more right after this.
You can't see the sights without the sounds. From the crack of the bat to the roar of the crowd and everything in between, discover what Hit City has to offer. Spend your nights cheering on the Nashville Sounds at First Horizon Park with giveaways, fireworks shows, theme weekends, and more. Single game tickets are on sale now. Visit NashvilleSounds.com to claim your seat today.
They said I wouldn't make it without a college degree.
They said only a man could be a roofing executive.
They said a former addict always relapses.
They said my amputation would keep me out of roofing.
They said never give an ex-convict a second chance.
They said I could never be a leader.
They said I couldn't support my family as a single mom.
At Rackley, we say they're wrong.
Want to change the world? Change it, one roof at a time.
Welcome back. Again, thanks for joining us. Don't forget to put down the Stunt Stories Live on your calendar for July 29th. We always appreciate that you're here, and we'll see you back here tomorrow morning.